So I have a question for men, like genuinely. So, the things that women see in men as a partner, we're like, oh, I wish I had that. It's normally like if a guy makes an effort for occasions like birthdays, if he's honest and like not shady with his phone, if he doesn't like lots of girls' pictures and he's like understands why that's an issue. So these are the things that we see and we're like, yeah, he gets it.
Okay, just before you go any further, this stuff like, oh, he gets it. Normally, that's get after a while that gets taken for granted, um, and becomes frustration. Like when I first start dating or whatever, a lot of the times I'll drop and get their favorite cup of coffee and bring it to them, and like, oh, that's so sweet of you. And then it's an annoyance later on. So all this positive stuff that you're pointing out is liked at first and not liked. I've gotten like, oh, you're an entrepreneur, so that's so great of you. That's what I love about you. And then after a while, it's like it's a frustration. And what you have admired about me has now become a frustration, and that's great. That is wonderful. So, what you're pointing out here, like not shady with the phone and whatnot, um, later on leads to some kind of problem, in my experience.
What are the things in a woman where a man's like, wow, his wife, like, she gets it? Because the only things I can think of are things that make the man's life easier to lie or like be lazy. For example, she doesn't expect much for her birthday. She doesn't expect romance. She doesn't check up on me if I've not come home for 2 days.
Right. So if we want to go dollar to dollar, normally men spend more than women on special events, so forth, like Valentine's Day, birthdays, Christmas. Uh, I'm willing to bet, like, I have spent more on my significant other when I had one on those days than she has spent to me collectively. So yeah. So you're looking to be pampered. Another thing, women say, "I don't want anything. I don't want anything special." And then when you don't get them something, then you're in the ringer. So the lying. If you want something, say it. We don't take hints. We're learning that when you say don't want something special, you want something special. On top of that, also, it's like if we get you something, then we have to go above and beyond next year. So if it's like a major item, then after that, everything that we get you is kind of looked down upon as crap. So are you grateful for stuff? I know my ex-wife wasn't grateful for anything she got at Christmas. It was complaint of mine because she returned stuff the next day and just complained about it and so forth. She was never appreciative of anything she got, and that's a red flag. That's it's being greedy, and what you're kind of talking about being greedy. The checkup, yeah, we don't mind that you check up on us. Like if we're gone for 2 days and you call and check up on us, we don't mind. What we do mind is like having a puppy that texts you and you're texting us and calling us every 5 minutes, wondering where we're at and demanding our attention right then and there. That happens a lot. I've seen it happen a lot, and from young to old. And I have mentioned to plenty of females, like, who are you to dictate what they do with their phone? You know that it's red. You've seen that it's red. Let him answer at his own time. He could be busy. He may have just read it. Um, I know I don't really answer my phone, and a lot of females have taken advantage of that. If I get a call while I'm at work, they're the only person I will answer my phone to, and uh, normally it's not reciprocated. So if I call them and I'm in an emergency, no, I have to figure it out on my own. Whereas if they call me, I am there for them 100%, 100% of the time. So uh, you already think that a man's going to be shady and lie because you've mentioned that. I don't think cynical is the correct word that you're going to use for what you are. Suspicious. So that's what I think you are. Constantly suspicious that a man is going to lie and cheat, probably because you've had that experience before. As cheating goes, women are now excelling past men on that aspect to a greater extent. And before it was a little off-sided, but it was relatively 50-50. Also, keep in mind that paternity fraud is 1/3 of the time in most pregnancies. That's kind of a high number, 1/3 of the time. That's more than a hamburger you get at McDonald's. So, because that's quarter, third is more. So you already have in suspect with anyone that you date that they're going to lie and cheat on you, and that's not a great foundation to start any relationship. Just tidbit.
But I'm cynical. So, like, what actually are the things when you see it in a woman partner for someone else? You think that's what I.
So you're asking what a guy sees and when it goes gets it. Appreciation. It's pretty simple. Appreciation and putting him into an account, which normally doesn't happen. All dating sites are the same. Starts off the same. You read the profile. My kids come first. I'm mother of 3 kids. Blah blah blah. They're my world. So it already tells you no matter what, you're last. You're dead last. It's gonna be her, the kids, the dog, the mechanic, then you. Who wants to get in a relationship where they're dead last and they're going to be dead last the entire time? Please tell me. So we see that it's fine. The problem is that what it seems like is that women want to be put first by putting him last. That's not reciprocity. That's not it. That's not equal. We don't want to be first, but we don't want to be like dead last either. We want to be in the mix. I mean, she just gets it. She gets it, right? Not texting us like all the time, and getting angry and so forth. We do like it when you check up on us, but not like every 5 minutes or every whatever that you have to do, and get mad if we read something and it goes unread and we don't respond right away. Let us answer on our own time and our own words. These are the mistakes that you make. So we want like equality to a certain extent, appreciation for what we do. Normally, that appreciation, what at the start of the relationship, becomes turmoil later. It's not appreciated later. Whether it's being thoughtful, asking like, "Hey, I'm on my way. Is there something you want me to pick up?" Not appreciated after a while. Yeah. So that's where a guy will say, "She gets it." Because in the end, everyone wants to be appreciated, male, female, whatever. The lack of it and the nagging in the place of it, yeah, not good.